Everyone, this is Ganesh. Welcome back to Ganesh Jadhav AutomationStudio. So now today we are going to learn about the how to create the first test case in a Cypress and how we can run. What are the different ways to run? But exactly how to create our test case. This is the most of the people are having question. Okay, so if you watch my previous sessions, like two sessions we already created on the Cypress, I already explained you the introduction of the Cypress and then how to install the Cypress. That part also we explained. Okay, now guys, let's quickly start how to create a test cases. So for creations of your test cases, like probably you can't able to see this download folder e2d e2e folders in your repository. Don't worry, how to create that part I'm going to tell you. So guys, first of all, what exactly you have to do, you have to simple run your one command, npx cypress to open. This command you have to run. This is one single command you have to run. Once you are going to run this command, you can say what is happening. Your Cypress UI is going to open over here. Now you have to configure your folder. Like this is what exactly you have to click. Like you have to configure this folder. Once you configure, you have to select your by default browser. Like suppose I'm selecting the browser which is name as a Chrome browser. I'm selecting. Once this is done, you have to click on where guys. You have to click on the start end-to-end testing in a Chrome browser. You can see this is how exactly it is starting. And once this is done, once you click over here, probably all files and things are going to pop up over here. Okay, you can able to see all files and all things you can able to pop up over here. Now once this is done, so what is the next actionable item guys? Please make a note of this point. Like in Java Selenium, you have to create your Java file. Like right click, you have to click and then you can able to create your Java files. But here you have to create, what you have to create guys, specifications files you have to create. Okay, what exactly you have to create? You have to create a specification file. Like uh, cypress.javascript extension we have to use for creation of your file. So how to create that part? You can see guys, you can create your first file from here as well. Like you can create the file here like this also you can able to create. Like suppose I'm just giving over here demo test, okay, specific cy dot this is a file basically I'm just creating over here. And if I'm going to click over here on the create specification, you can see guys, this is what the this is what the by default file is going to create over here. Like this also you can able to create your file and you can see your test case also going to run over here. This is the first easiest way we have. Now you might have question, like what, this is how you have to create. You can close this part. You can see again, if you are going to navigate your end to end, you can see whatever file we created over there, those files are automatically created over here and you can able to run this part as well. But sir, this is the easiest way we have. Now we, what we have to do, we have to create our own file. Can we able to create our own file? The answer is yes guys. Simply you have to delete this file here. Once you delete this file, again you have to click on this end to end functions. Like this is a folder you have to create and then you have to click on the new file over here. Okay, what you have to click, you have to click on the new file and then you have to give your file name over here. Suppose I'm just giving over here my test my test for automation. Okay, this is a test, this is a file name I'm giving. Once you write down this file name, please make sure that you have to write down the extension like .cy .js. This is an extension you have to write down. What extension you have to write down guys? File name .cy.js. This is the extension you have to write down. Once this is done, you can see guys, your file is successfully created over here. You can see your file is successfully created over here. This is the two ways you have to create your file, but most of the times guys, this is the way we have to follow. Okay, once you are done with this thing, now we have to write down our code. Like guys, probably you might aware about when we are writing down the Selenium WebDriver with an test ng, so we have to use the @test annotation. If suppose if you are using the Cucumber, so that time different annotations we have to use. Similarly, whenever we are using the Cypress with an JavaScript, whenever we are using that time, we have to use the Mocha framework. What framework we have to use guys? Mocha framework we have to use. So like whenever we have to define our test scenario, that time we have to use the different annotations we have to use in a test ng. Similarly, if you want to define a test scenario over here, compulsory you have to write down describe. Okay, what exactly you have to define guys? Describe keyword you have to define, and once you define and describe keyword, you have to define a name of yours, name of your suit over here. This is describe. always denote foreign suit, guys. Please make a note of this point. Whatever test suit we have, your describe keyword always define an test suits over here. So you can give any name over here. Suppose I'm just giving over here automation with cypress. This is what, guys, suit name basically I'm giving up over here. Once I'm done with this thing, guys, please make a note of this point. You can able to write down the text in a double quote as well and in a single quote as well. Like in Java, we have to write down the, if you have to define a multiple sequence of character, that time we have to use a double quote. But here in a JavaScript, simple, you can able to write down both the thing in double quote as well and in single quote as well. So this is what exactly we have to write down, common comma. Now I have to use what I have to create, guys, function we have to create. This is a function I'm just creating over here. Once this is done, curly bracket open and close we have to use here. What exactly I have to use, guys? Curly bracket open and close we have to use. Now we have to define our test case. Please make a note of this point. What we have to define, guys? Now we have to define our test case. So how to define our test case? Like in a test engine, we have to use the @test annotation. Similarly here in a Mocha framework, we have a separate keyword which is named as a it keyword. So it keyword always denote what exactly it is denoting, guys. Your it keyword always defining the what, guys, your separate test case. So it, suppose I'm just defining over here, sorry, if okay, like open and close bracket we I'm defining over here, and in the single quote I'm defining test case 1. This is what I'm defining, guys. And once this is done, again this is our function we have. So let me quickly define function over here. And once we are defining the function, guys, here what exactly we have to define? I have to define an like curly bracket open and close we have to define. What we have to define, guys? Curly bracket open and close we have to define. Here you can see we will get a compilation error over here because we define over here unnecessary. So I'm just removing this bracket over here, and after that I'm just adding this bracket over here like this. Okay, so this is the function basically we just create. Once we created the function, now like in a Selenium WebDriver, whenever we have to open the any website, we have to use the driver.get method and driver.navigate to method we have to use. But whenever in a Cypress we have to open any browser, compulsory we have to use cy.visit method we have to use. Which method we have to use, guys? cy dot dot visit method we have to use. Okay, please make a note of this point. And here you can define any website over here. Like suppose I'm just defining over here in single quote, I'm defining or like sorry, in double quote I'm just defining over here https://www.amazon.in. This is a website basically I'm just defining, guys, here. Okay, once this is done, at the last I have to provide the semicolon. That one is extra bracket we were having by mistakenly added. So at the last we have to define a semicolon over here. This is what, guys, this is the first test case we created over here. You can see we can define our, this is our first test case. This is just an comment I'm just adding over here. Okay, this is our first test case we have. Please make a note of this point. Okay, this is our first test case we have. Now you might have a question, in a Selenium WebDriver, whenever we want to close the browser, that time compulsory we have to use a driver.close. What method we have to use over here, guys? No need to worry. Here in a Cypress you don't need to use any method for closing the browser. Your Cypress is automatically closing the browser over here. Okay, this is the thing basically I want to tell you. So like in a Selenium WebDriver, whenever we have to open the browser, we have to use the get and navigate to method. But here in the Cypress we have to use the visit method, and with the help of the visit method you can able to open your URL. Okay, this is the thing basically I want to tell you. Once this is done, now it's time to run our program. What exactly we have to do, guys? We have to run our program. So how to run our program? 100% you might have a question, how to run our program? Guys, one more thing I would like to tell you. Once your function is done over here, at the last you have to provide, what you have to provide, guys? Semicolon you have to provide. What exactly you have to provide? Compulsory you have to provide a semicolon. Okay, please make a note of this point here. Okay, now here also you have to provide a semicolon, and here also you have to provide a semicolon. And once this is done, now if I'm going to run my program, so what command we have to use, guys? Suppose if I want to run this simple, like our program is ready now. Now if you want to run our program, so for the running the program, we have a multiple ways in a Cypress. If you want to run our program, we have a multiple different ways in a cypress. So we are going to learn the all ways over here. So first command I'm going to run over here, which is named as the npx cypress open. This is command I'm just opening. You can see guys, if I'm going to run this program, you can see what exactly happened. My browser is going to open here. Now I have to select the here end-to-end testing over here. I have to select the Chrome browser over here, and I have to click on what guys, start end-to-end testing in Chrome. This is an option we have to select. And you can see guys, once this is done, this is an options we have getting over here. You can see whatever test case basically I wrote down over here. This is my cy.js file. I just need to simple click on this file, and once I click on this file, you can see guys what exactly happen. You can see my amazon.in URL is automatically going to open up over here. You can see guys, this is what automatically opening up over here. Okay, this is how exactly, this is the first way we have to open our browser. And guys, once you open this browser, you have to close this thing manually over here. Okay, this is how this is the first way we have, this is the first way we have to open the browsers over here. Now you might have question, sir, you just told us about like where in the cypress you don't need to use the any method for closing the browser, then you close this browser. But here guys, one thing you must need to observe over here, for running the test case on the Chrome browser as well, I just select the thing manually. But this is our automation, our browser and each and everything should support, should open automatically over here. So what exactly we have to do? So guys, we have another way, we have another command we have whenever we want to run our application. What is the command we have? Simple guys, what exactly we have to use? Similarly, same command we have to use npx cypress, and instead of open I have to use the run command. Instead of open I have to use the run command. And if I'm going to click over here, you can see guys what exactly happen. My test case is automatically going to open and automatically going to run over here. But the point here is guys, my test case are going to run on the headless browser. My test case are going to run here on the headless browser. There is no browser is going to open here. You can see, you will get clearly message over here. This is our test case we have. This is my test case is passed over here. But now you might have question, I want to, sir, whenever if I want to run my test case on the particular browser with an UI, so what command we have to use guys? Similarly command we have to use npx cypress run, and you have to use hyphen headed command we have to use. And if I'm using over here headed command, you can see guys what exactly happened. Now your browser is going to select automatically over here. You can see guys what exactly happened. Your browser is going to select automatically over here, and your amazon.in URL is also going to open up over here, and your browser is also going to close automatically here. This is how we can able to uh, run our test cases with the help of the command. So this is a third command basically we run. Okay, now you might have questions, sir, we have a multiple classes over here. I want to run the particular classes. How we can run? With the help of this command, our each and every class is going to run. I want to run this specific class. What exactly we have to use? Same command I have to use. And what exactly we have to use guys? Whatever path we have of this file, simple, you have to copy the relative path of this file. You have to click where you have to click guys. Similarly, you have to click over here, and simple, you have to paste the code over here. Simple, what exactly you have to use? You have to paste the code over here. Okay, this is what exactly you have to use guys. Okay, so same npx cypress run, this command I'm just using. This is a class name, this is a complete class name I'm just defining over here. And then I have to use the hyphen headed command I have to use. And if I'm going to run my program, you can see guys what exactly happened now. You can see your browser is going to open up over here automatically. Your amazon.in URL is going to open up here, and it is going to close successfully here as well. You can see. This is how exactly we can able to run our test case with a particular class as well. This is the another way we have. Now you might have questions. Suppose, sir, I want to run the test case on the specific browser. Suppose I want to run this test case on the specific browser. Guys, one more thing I would like to highlight here. Whenever you are going to run your test case, please make sure that you are going to use the hyphen edit. If you are using the hyphen edit, then the browser is going to open up. If you are not going to open this hyphen edit, then your browser is not going to open. It means your test case is going to run on the headless browser. Okay, now once this is done, now suppose if you want to run the particular test case on the particular browser, so what exactly we have to use? Same command I have to use. What command we have to use? The same command I have to use. npx cypress run command I have to use, and then I have to select the browser. Hyphen browser I have to select, guys. Hyphen browser I have to select, and then browser name I have to give. Suppose I'm just giving up over here Chrome browser name. And if I'm going to run my test case, you can see, guys, what exactly happen. My test case is going to run successfully on the Chrome browser. You can see, guys, my test case is going to run successfully on the Chrome browser here. This is how exactly our test case is going to run. You can see, guys, this is a Chrome browser is opening up over here, and your browser is also going to close. Now, sir, I want to run the test case on the particular Firefox browser. What exactly we have to use? Similarly, guys, instead of Chrome, simple you have to define over here Firefox, and you can see, guys, same enter button you have to press. Same command we have to use, only you have to change the browser name. And you can see, guys, what exactly happen? Your Firefox is going to open up over here. You can see, similarly, your Firefox is going to open up over here. Please, guys, make a note of this point. Before running your test case on the different browser, your browser should be installed on your local machine. If your browser is not going to install, then your test case is not going to run. Okay, like this, like if you looked at the Selenium WebDriver, whenever you want to run the particular test case on the particular browser, compulsory you have to define an binary path or driver.exe path you have to define. But here Cypress automatically detect the browser which you install on your local machine. Okay, this is another advantage of the Cypress. So when this is done, suppose I want to run the test case on the Edge browser. Simple, you have to use over here Edge keyword you have to define, and you can see, guys, your test case is going to run on the Edge browser here as well. This is simple way we have. Your test case is going to run on the Edge browser here as well, and you can see your Edge browser is going to open here. You can see on the bottom of here. Okay, this is how you can able to run your test case on the multiple browsers as well. Now you can see your browser is also going to close over here. Now multiple people are having questions, sir, is this same format we have to use? Yes, guys, if you looked at the documentations of the Cypress provided by us, so you can see, guys, similarly same code we have to use. This is a syntax of the Cypress. This is a syntax for the Cypress, and same way we have to follow. Now you might have a question, sir, here we have to define parentheses and then is equal to like this is anchor bracket we have. So what does it mean? This is what, guys, this is a new syntax we have which is available in a Java, which is available in JavaScript language. So how to use this part? So listen carefully, guys, how to use this part. First of all, we just define a function over here. Now another test case I'm going to define here. What exactly I'm doing, guys? Another test case I'm going to define. Whenever I want to define another test case, simple, I have to use the it keyword. Once you have defined this thing, again I'm just defining the test case name over here, like test case second. This is a test case name. Basically, I just define here, comma, and now you have to define what you have to define, guys. Parenthesis open and close is equal to, this is an anchor bracket we have to use. This is an first syntax you have to define. Once you're done with this first syntax, then what is the next thing, guys? Similarly, what is the next thing, guys? You have to define a curly bracket open and close. You have to define over here. What exactly you have to define, guys? Curly bracket open and close you have to define, and then you can able to open the another browser here as well. Same command I'm just using. Simple, I'm just using over here google.com. Okay, this is also valid expression we have. This is the latest expression we have, and at the last you have to provide a semicolon over here. So this is the two test cases we have, and you can see, guys, if I'm going to run my test case on, suppose on the Chrome browser, I'm just running this test case over here. You can see your both the test cases are going to run over here, and your browser is also automatically going to close over here. You can see Chrome browser is going to open up over here. You can see it's quite fast as compared to Selenium WebDriver. You can see this test case one is going to execute of the Amazon.in website is successfully open up over here. And now you can see, guys, then another test case, say test case second, is going to open up over here, and you can see google.com is website is going to open up over here. This is how exactly we can able to create our test case in the Cypress, and this is how basically we can able to run our test cases as well, guys. So and for the running our test cases, we have a different ways. Okay, what are the different ways? I already explained to you, and this is the thing basically I want to tell you, guys, which is very important. Okay, so please follow these steps. If you haven't watched my previous videos, please go back and watch my both the videos, whatever videos basically I created on the Cypress. Watch, and then only then jumped on these videos. Okay, thanks for watching this video, guys.